Quite possibly one of the coolest features with the iPod Touch 5th generation is the ability to take the panoramic photos. And for whatever odd reason, with the 4th generation iPod Touch, the ability to take panoramic photos was excluded from the software update back in 2012. Now, the iPod Touch never got the redesign of iOS 7. However, we can still manage to hack on to iOS 6, the panoramic feature in the camera. So if we go to the camera here, you will notice that the camera functions here does not feature the panoramic option under the settings here, and there is no toggle anywhere for this. However, if you are jailbroken, you can simply slide into Cydia and pick up a tweak from the Big Boss repo, so you don't have to install or get anything. It's already there. You just hook up. You can jailbreak with Evasion and PoisXPon, and there's several other ways to do it, and they're all untethered. And if not, you can find an untethered jailbreak. You don't have to be tethered for this tweak, but it's called PanoMod. And here we have PanoMod installed right now. So let's go ahead and install PanoMod. So just tap on install, and it'll bring it up and confirm, and it'll go ahead and do its thing. If you're jailbroken, you're familiar with this. If not, you just wait for it to run through this process. It'll jailbreak, it'll reload, and you should be able to go right back into your device. So once we're done here, we just tap on Restart Springboard, and it will do the same thing, and you can just unlock your iPhone or iPod, and you'll be back in. Now, this will only work with iOS 5 and 6, so if you're running 7 or you're running 8 on your iPhone 4, 4S, if it's on an iPhone 4 and you're on iOS 7, it doesn't work. If you're on an iPhone 4S, you already have Panorama on the phone. You can just swipe over and get to it. And this does not work with iPads, to my knowledge. I don't think that there is an iPad edition. So we can now come back to our settings on the iPod, and once the settings load, let's just go back to the general page here, and when we scroll down underneath where it says Twitter and Facebook, you'll see it says PanoMod. Just simply tap on PanoMod, scroll down to where it says Enable Panorama. You should have it toggled on. Once it is toggled on, when you return to the camera application, you will discover when it reloads and you tap on the options menu that the panorama bar is now in the camera application. When tapping on it, it brings up the classic iOS 6 user interface. When you tap on it, you simply follow the instructions to take the panorama, and once you've completed the panorama, it will save it to your photos. You have the same options as you do with the full version, so if you tap right here on this, it will let you take the panorama the other way, so you can tap on it like this and choose whether you want to go from left to right or from right to left. So you can choose that, and you can go back here and it will save all of the panoramic shots that you take. So if we were to take a panorama of the office, it will show up. So let me go ahead and just do a panorama to show you how it looks. So if I just real quick make a panorama here in the office. Alright, so it's not perfect, and if you took your time, it would come out a little bit better than this, but it does do a good job for the device being unsupported for this tweak, and it does get that panorama mode in there. So if you've been wanting to have the panorama mode on your phone or on your iPod and you're still on iOS 6 or earlier, I believe it'll work with iOS 5. But if you're wanting to get that panorama feature, this is how to get it. You can just simply go into Cydia, you can pick up PanoMod. It is completely free, so you don't have to worry about paying for it. You can just simply hop into these settings and configure it, and it will be right there. And it is also, even with a passcode enabled, it will be available from the lock screen. You just tap on Options, Panorama, and you can get it right there from the lock screen. So it is very convenient. It has fairly the same interface as it does on the iPhone 5 and you can do the same toggles and things like that. So that is the PanoMod for the iPod Touch and iPhone 4.